We're going to talk about using variables to animate your pictures. Now, in processing, you have lots of different tools to use that could be variables. Things like integers, floats, colors. Those are all going to be some of the basic ones that we're going to want to use in this example. There's other variables that you can use. Go ahead and explore the reference. But today, what I really want to focus on are a few types of variables that you'll be using. Int is the first type, and we're going to go int I. And what this is an integer value. Now, integers are positive, negative, whole numbers. So you can think of them as positive and negative whole numbers. These are non-decimal values, so -5, 10, 100, -13. Those are all negative and positive whole numbers. In this example, what I just did is I created a spot for my integer to be stored in. Currently, there's no value assigned to the integer, and we'll do that next to show you how to assign a value to a variable. But in this case, it's very just simple. You go int I. The I is in black, and that's a good thing. If it changes colors, that's what we call a reserved word or reserved character, and we can't use that. In this case also, I just have it as one letter, and that's possible with any variable. Float is a different type, and it's a decimal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go float timer. And in this case, I'm going to assign it the value of 0. So equals just means assigning. So in this case, it is now assigned for a timer to equal 0 to start off with. A float value is a decimal value, decimal number. Now the nice thing is that floats and integers, they're very similar but very different. Some functions require floats, some require integers. Typically, if you do something down here, you can see that it says float required or int required, and that's what those are. The third one I want to talk about is color. Now, color, we can go C equals, let's say red equals hashtag FF0000. Now this is nice because this is the hex value for the color red. I know this from memory. You can also look up at tools and color selector to find any one. This actually could be helpful because you can assign color 1, color 2, color 3, whatever you want as a variable and then use it later on. So in this case, I'm using red to equal this value. This is a color hex value. Now, this is just an intro to different types of variables. In the next video, we'll talk about how you actually use this in your functions and your other values to animate your picture. But in this case, we have 3 types we're going to use: int, float, and color.